Well, well, well. Hello there, April.
Hello there, how are you?
Good, good. Tired, but I shall survive. But do not fear, I shall have a nice long rest after the stream.
Lovely job.
But speaking of long rest, this creepy ass mask,
Mm-hmm.
real or fake?
Hmm. So, a few things about it.
Mm-hmm. It's creepy.
One, yeah, it's artistically well done. Two, there's a slight felt covering the eyes that I don't think that AI would have put on there. Another thing is that the mask itself is not um symmetrical. However, the longer I'm staring at it, the more it looks like a 3D render. So,
You must
hmm.
decide.
I'm
What
50-50 on this one,
what does the
but
creepy mask say?
I'm gonna say the creepy mask is fake.
You sure?
I'm not.
And finally I have got you. You
Damn it.
fucked it! It's real! Someone literally made this thing.
I mean, my first gut instinct when I looked at it was that it's real, but
Was
there
it
was a few
was
things
it
throwing
the
us off.
traditional realistic nostrils of three?
Oh, yes, definitely. Same as the six eyes, they were definitely doing us.
Ah, yeah.
But the stitching around the mouth
Mm.
threw us off because it's slightly blurrier than the other parts of the photo. And I didn't know why. There didn't seem to be any reason why there'd be some parts of this photo out of focus for the mask. So that's what threw us off. But the longer I'm looking at it, the more it's still throwing us off as to whether it's real or fake. So I'm glad that it was a
It's also there's
complicated.
quite a lot of like shading and the lighting is also fucking with it as well.
Yeah, there's tons of detail in this.
But first, we've got a story that we covered a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the oldest dog was apparently 31 human years old,
Mm-hmm.
which was pretty ancient. Unfortunately, he has been posthumously, their record has been taken away from them.
Oh,
They did an investigation and they can't say with certainty the age of the dog, meaning
that's a
that
shame.
it falls back to the previous title holder, who was like 20 years old. Just still good.
I mean, it freaks us out how long pets can live for. My granddad's girlfriend has a cat that's lived for like 1 billion years at this point.
He's seen the dawn of the universe.
Basically, he acts like he's seen the dawn of the universe. He's like,
Well, only scientists can explain the longevity of things, but you know what scientists can't explain?
uh, how the brain works.
Yes, and why there's a mushroom on this frog.
Ah, the baba. I mean, wait, hold up. A mushroom growing out of the frog.
Yes.
I can't see. I haven't got my glasses on. Where's it? Oh, there is a mushroom. Wow.
Yeah, they have no idea why there is a living mushroom growing out of the frog.
Can I mean, if I left my feet unwashed for long enough, I'm pretty sure I could get a mushroom growing on me. So
Eventually. I assume so, but God only knows. Filthy frog. Have a bath. Now, April, since we're starting with
yes,
animals, what do you think of horses?
yes, they are. I used the word earlier for them, and I'll use it again. Persnickety.
Persnickety, I see. Now, if you had a horse that was illegal, where would you hide it?
So I have dealt with many illegal horse in my time living where I have lived.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, people hide them in their back gardens,
Back garden.
or they
Okay.
just leave them openly in public spaces, and then they claim kind of a weird squatter's rights with the horse.
Hmm.
But chances are someone's going to do something really fucking stupid with it and keep it in the house.
Yes, you're correct, because a man tries to hide stolen horse in his third floor apartment.
That's tickled is just thinking of a horse trying to get up the stairs or in the elevator.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
the people were People weren't happy about it. They were just like, "Hey, there's a horse," and the police were like, "No, there's not. Why is there a horse in the building?" It's like, "No, there's a horse in the building."
Okay, we've had more than one call now saying there's a horse. We should probably look at this. No,
Yeah,
they're
finally.
lying.
Honestly, but obviously, you have a lovely picture of a doggy.
I do.
Now, would you like to meet Rope Daddy?
Uh, do I have to ask Lee's permission first? What's
Oh, well,
happening?
yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Ask Lee if you're allowed to meet
Okay.
Rope Daddy.
Lee, am I allowed to meet Rope Daddy? Am I allowed to meet Rope Daddy? The answer is sure, why not?
Well, here is Rope Daddy. He is a special
Oh,
French Bulldog specimen valued at 120,000
no.
US dollars.
Isabella Fluffy Big Rope.
Yep.
What is happening with that picture? Like, what's the. Is that the dog's name? Why is the
Yes.
dog called Rope Daddy?
Because he has sired many kin.
Oh, is this supposed to be like its pedigree name?
Yes.
Yeah, my dog's old pedigree name. We had a bulldog. Her first name was Pasha, and her pedigree name was Periwinkle Blue.
Oh. Just oh.
Yeah,
It's
that's
staring
that's
into my
basically the same
soul.
noise she made. It doesn't look like a very appealing dog at all. It's not aesthetically pleasing to me. It's very fugly is the nicest word I can use.
Here is dog. I mean,
It is.
if he's earning fuck tons of money, good on that dog.
People are weird, man.
But speaking of earning money, how do you think millionaires eat?
Millionaires eat
Yes. How do they eat?
probably private chefs, or they like invest in single tiny edible portions of children's tears. I don't know.
Well, you are correct. The dumpster. Because the world's most frugal millionaire, Ruble rummages through trash cans for food.
A lot of rich people do this thing where
Yeah,
they
they
like
do.
to
I've noticed that.
pretend to be poor tourism, and they'll live in like fucking council estates or whatever, or choose to eat really frugally and things like that, or do really random stuff. But it makes them feel better about the money that they have,
I
and
guess
they'll
so. I
be
mean, he's
really
80.
weirdly. At the end of the day, I've got nothing against dumpster diving, but I think that with anybody who has a lot of money, I would think there would be a responsibility to give back to the
Yeah,
communities that you're taking from, and I hope that he does that.
yeah. I mean, or like, if you want to eat, take the people out for a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Exactly.
honestly. But that's not the only thing that millionaires have done, because over in Russia, a Russian developer has transformed a Boeing 737 jet into a stunning luxury villa.
Oh, I think I've seen this. This is really cool because I think it's a cool way to recycle something.
Yes. So, I mean, what are they going to
And
do with it other than turn it into scrap?
yeah, so I think at the end of the day, if he wants to have a house that's in a aeroplane, go for it. So long as he's not one of these type of people that like builds it and doesn't live in it.
Yeah. I mean, oh my god, wow. Like, from there, it doesn't really show much. I was like, okay, it's surrounded by a forest. You know? That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
No, just on the beach. You know what? I'm not a fan of these weird, like, random squares he's placed.
No, I think they look a little bit cheap.
Yeah, it looks like what happens when you, like, tip a jigsaw out of the box.
Yeah,
It's like, well,
it
find the
does.
corner pieces.
Hmm.
Oh, that's nice. So that's the interior.
It's nicely decorated. I'll give him that.
It
I think it's
is.
cool the way that the wing comes out and you can sit on it.
I'd worry the wing would give way. Oh, that's the cockpit.
Hmm. He's got good taste.
Mm, good for them. You know,
Hmm.
pretty decent. Now, what about a bunker?
I've always wanted one.
Well, there's a company that is making bunkers for most of the rich people. You see, billionaire survivalist bunkers go absolutely bonkers with fiery moats and water cannons.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
What, do you not want a fiery moat?
No, I'm saying that's exactly what I want. I want a fiery moat and I want water cannons.
Well, here you've got obviously the escape tunnel, so you can get in and out. Obviously, here's your Platinum Series modular seal bunker. So bananas. Here's your bunker. Here's your bunker surrounded by fire, blasting water cannons. Just for, you know, shits and giggles. When in Rome, I guess.
Wow.
The medical room.
This is what happens when you give 12-year-olds too much money and then they don't get told no.
Also, like, I don't, like, yes, you've got a medical room. I don't know many billionaires who are like, I can work an MRI machine. No,
Here's the thing though, if I was a billionaire, I would chase after my passions, so I would be fairly good at anatomy, I'd be good at like geometry, geology, paleontology, you know, things that I'm interested in.
But
and if I was this rich, if I didn't like that type of stuff, I would hire someone who was.
I guess so. I was gonna say, like, if it was just them in this bunker, can you even operate an MRI machine on your own?
They're incredibly hard.
Ah, yes, the rotating fireplace that leads to the underground bunker.
Oh, that's
Or
an evil
perhaps
layer if I've ever seen one.
the secret vault mirror
That's cool.
and a decontamination room.
Wow.
It's just bananas. Now,
These people have too much money and time on their hands.
well, you know who has... doesn't it cancel out set them on fire, then put them out with water cannons? Well, yes, it would, but they didn't think that far ahead, did they? Now, how sturdy do you think the Tesla truck is?
It has no crumple zones. So you know what crumples? You do.
Yes. How well do you think it would hold up at 35 miles an hour?
Not very well. Well, I mean, if it has no crumple zones, that means the design of it should be sturdy enough to warrant it not breaking or buckling or anything like that.
Interesting.
That's not a good design in a car. It needs to buckle.
Well, just so you know, it hasn't passed any safety standards. And in America, it doesn't need to. Just so you know, that's not a requirement for a car. Here it is.
Hold up, what? It's not a requirement to pass safety standards.
Nope. Not every vehicle on US road receives a crash test rating. Here it is. 35 miles an hour. This is what the truck does.
That is... Oh, the kid in the back's just gone.
Oh yeah, they're dead.
We're not allowed them in the UK.
I'm not
Because of
fucking
this.
surprised.
I wanted one, Mackie
It's
D.
made of tin.
Yeah, but I could have rode it down to Morrison's and been like the coolest fucker there.
Honestly, if you rode down in a trolley, it would be sturdier than this.
It would be, but it looks so cool. I love square cars.
Do you? I know you do, but this isn't square. This is a mess.
It is square. Leave it alone. It's trying its best.
You tell that to the children in the back.
I'm not having kids. It'll be my snake.
Well, you know, maybe we can't get this car. But, you
No.
know, what about these cars? Because a company is creating miniature sports
Aw.
cars that cost more than the real cars.
Wait, hold up. So the... Oh, wait. I've just realised that's a hand.
Yes.
Oh, that's adorable. But why is it so much money?
Yes, yes. It's a 1/8 scale.
Does it have an engine?
No, but they do cost a lot. 1/18
It would-
scale replicas go from 1,000 to 2,000. Not bad. However, some cost more than the car.
So here's the thing, right? If it had an engine in it, and it was like an RC car, I could justify the price of it being really expensive. Or more expensive. But, I mean, when it comes to hobbies and things, £1,000, £2,000, people spend that on hobbies all the time.
Mm.
You know? When it comes to spending more than a car, that's when I would seriously think about the hobby that I have. And that's when I would want it to be an actual RC car.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know. What would you do with it? Like, if it's just this. Like, you
I
get
would
it,
play
and
with
then
it.
you'd put it on a shelf.
I would play with it. I think it would look really cool
It's a
driving
very
around my
expensive.
kitchen.
That's a very expensive Hot Wheel.
Yes, it is. But worth it.
That's true. Now, speaking of hands and arms that you noticed, robot hands and arms. Do you think that a robot waiter is a good idea?
They already have them.
Well, sorry,
I
a
believe there's
robot,
some
a
in
robot
Japan.
sommelier.
Sommelier, as in a
Yes.
person who tastes your wine for you.
Yes, they are the wine people.
I mean, if it was a robot tasting my wine, then no, I wouldn't trust it. But if it was a robot handing me a glass of wine, then yes, that'll be fine.
Also, people who claim that they're sommeliers are fucking liars. It's been shown that no one has like a solid taste that can differentiate stuff. Like, I could be a wine taster. I just go, it has nutty notes. There we go, great. Does it have to? No, doesn't make any sense. But this sommelier,
Don't tell this to Lee, but I feel the same way about coffee.
no, it's fair. It's fair. I mean, it's just bitter for me. You see,
Yeah.
this robot sommelier spilled wine on their pants and then asked for a tip.
Hold up. Why is the robot wearing pants?
No, it spilled it on the customer.
That's not what that headline says. Oh, on my pants.
Yeah.
Right. No, okay.
Yeah, literally, it spilled wine on the customer and then brought up its little cup with a tip jar and was like, tip. Can have,
That's
please.
horrible. That's really cute.
I mean, not for the person who got wine spill on them.
Hey, it's just pants.
I suppose
If it was
so.
you spilled wine on my £10 billion pants, then no, I wouldn't be giving you a tip.
Now, how well do you think AI are good at... How good do you think AI are at making videos?
It's getting better. It used to be really crap and really scary when you looked at them.
And
But
would you like
now-
to see what it's at now?
It's, well, I think it's going to be crazy. I believe you showed me one the other day that was puppies, and that looked incredibly good.
Oh yes, but it's only gotten better. You see
Since the
this?
other week.
You see, this is called Sora. Here's a video.
The way that the lighting is in the puddles is very impressive. The fact that she's doing like a model walk where she moves her feet from side to side, this looks less impressive.
It's because there's not mammoths around.
That one's good. Oh wow, that one's really good. It's even got the shaky cam down. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't understand why his helmet's knitted.
Because that was the prompt it was given.
That's impressive. Although there's some issues with the waves being incredibly straight.
Or for me, it's the weird road next to the lighthouse, which has no texture.
Ah, true.
Oh god, this thing.
I think this is what's probably going to be the most useful for is animations
Oh yeah, definitely.
and close renditions of troll things. This is cool. This is a cool type of animation. This, however, that's fucking really impressive. That just looks like a burb.
I should have gave you this.
Wow. If you said real or fake, I would have guessed real on that. That's insane.
Yeah, it's wild. Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
this
dun,
is cool.
dun. That's what happens every time I drink coffee.
Pirate ships poke your eye out. This one was impressive. The when it makes a full town.
Yeah,
I think it
especially
takes a lot
like this
to-
old kind of footage as well.
Yeah, I think it takes a lot to render what each and everything's doing. That's adorable.
It's just
It doesn't
wild
make sense.
how good the videos are now. Literally, like,
Yeah.
what, a couple of months ago, it was a bit janky.
This looks like a video game.
Yeah, it
Not
does.
quite there yet with the eye. This looks like an advert for
Knock off Duracell. Australian Duracell.
That's what I was just thinking. It's a Duracell advert. This one was cool.
It's just wild. Like,
It
just
does
how...
the same thing as video games does, where it has that gradient of how fast things are moving, but the
Yeah.
stuff that's really close to the camera moves ever so slightly too fast to make you think it's believable. This is insane, Mackie D. Have they just mixed Sydney with Japan?
No, I believe this is fully Japan.
The cars are too small. That the scale is off here, but I
Yeah,
appreciate
just a
it.
smidge. I mean, to be fair, it's doing well for what it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
if
one's
you
impressive.
that honestly, if you told me that was just some dude running on a treadmill, yeah.
Please take the dog away from the window, AI. This is very unsafe. Put the no. Oh no. Oh, I don't like this. The puppy's gonna fall.
Sora. That is
That's impressive.
wild. Yeah, that, like, honestly, tech has gone a long way. Now, April, let's go back to the olden days. You know, what was before AI? What were people making in the Renaissance?
The Renaissance.
Yep.
The only thing I can tell you about is the 90s. In the Renaissance, people were making grand temples and buildings and paintings. It was a time of art.
They did
It was a
sculptures
rejuvenation. Oh, I love marble sculptures from the Renaissance. They're my favorite.
as well. What feature on male sculptures are often seen in the Renaissance?
Well, I'm gonna go with the normal ones, which are like busts and heads and things. Occasionally, there's a couple of nips, but especially if we're talking about male ones, you're probably talking about willies,
Yes.
and they were mostly all broken off because people got angry that willies were on show.
Yes. Now, the reason I mentioned it's a good thing you mentioned broken off willies because You see, he got a box of penises in the mail. Just not the ones he's looking for. Now, this
Hold up.
British gallery offers penis amnesty as it searches for its statue's pilfered penises. What happened was some dude said, hey, I was cleaning out my granddad's attic and he had this box. Apparently, his granddad went around snapping off penises. He was like, are any of these the penis you're after? And they're like, no, but they belong to someone.
Wow. I mean, at the end of the day, if I was important enough to be made into a statue, hundreds of years people looked at us, and the next thing you know, 100 years later, my willy was chopped off. It would be very nice to know that later on in its years, as my statue was admired, that my willy was given back.
I love that. Imagine it's just like, grandson, protect these cocks. They're my legacy.
You can only look in the box once you've died, because I'm really embarrassed that I've got this box. We don't talk about the box. Your mum's gonna absolutely kill us. She knew she couldn't take us to any. She couldn't take me to the Louvre for years.
I could never go to the Louvre. I was banned. Ancient Rome? No. My fingers would wander.
Never go. I mean, at the end of the day, I've only got so much luggage I can bring back with us. It's heavy, you know.
It's a weight limit, you know. It's pure marble. Oh, goodness. But speaking of willies, Japan's millennia-old Naked Man Festival is ending due to population decline.
I mean, like, bring back the willies, Japan. There's nothing wrong with celebrating a willy.
Exactly.
Why can we not celebrate naked men? It makes no sense, because there's still men, so the population decline doesn't matter.
But there's not new men. There's not new men to fill in the many other men's space, I guess.
I don't care about men filling in other men's space. It should be the case that men should be able to go out and have a celebration of their willies. Yeah, exactly. Have a celebration of their willies, because they deserve to be celebrated, regardless of how many people are there in the thing.
Indeed.
I'm going to go and show my willy in solidarity, and they'll bring it back.
Now, April, let us do a quick choose-your-own-adventure story. You're in a car, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're late. You need to get to a thing. To the right is a graveyard. To the left is the motorway. And straight on is a forest. Which way do you go to get to your meeting?
If they all are supposed to take the same amount of time, or if there's one that's supposed to be quicker.
Technically, whichever way you go, one of the more awkward ways is quicker.
I'll go to the graveyard.
Straight through the graveyard. Well, you should go like this person, because South Carolina woman running late drives over cemetery for a shortcut and damages lots of graves.
Oh no, she's just a bitch.
Yeah, she's like, I'm late, bitch. And then she just drove straight through a cemetery and just broke loads of gravestones.
If there's a road through a cemetery, I will drive on the road.
Straight through the actual cemetery. There isn't a road, it's just the cemetery.
No, she's just a bitch. She's a blind, horrible woman who I hope she has to repair every single grave by hand. People take their time to go and wash and clean graves and things and bring back the story of the person who passed away. To be perfectly honest, a family saved up money to lay their person that they loved to rest. You've now ruined that, therefore desecrating their memory. To me, it would be a massive insult to the person who I've buried there, and I hope she gets reprimanded properly, because that is not very nice. I'm not one for believing of beyond the grave. I just think that remembering someone politely is a nice thing to do.
Now,
what April, a cow. You've made me angry at that one, Mackie.
Don't worry, April. How good are you with figuring out sounds?
Yes, I'm very good.
Now, you know how in Foley artistry,
yes.
like chopping off a head in like a guillotine is like a lettuce falling into a bucket.
Yes.
Now, what sounds like a gunshot?
There's going to be a couple of things. You could probably get away with like a tree falling, maybe a whip, or
Okay.
um.
What about an acorn?
Oh, right. This story. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cop opens fire after mistaking an acorn for a gunshot. Literally, an acorn landed on his car. It went boom, and he went, "Oh my god!" and started rolling around like a mad person and just unloading, like fully unloading, like 2 clips worth.
My issue is
The
the
video
man
is
was already under
insane.
arrest. It is, as far as I'm aware, I could be wrong about this, but the man was already under arrest and in the back of this policeman's car. Therefore, this man would have patted him down, put the handcuffs on the man, and understood that the man would not have been able to shoot at him because he would not have had the ability to get a gun.
Yes.
So this fucking acorn story, where he's going apeshit, means that he shouldn't be a fucking police officer because he's mentally unwell.
No, he's like Dewey from Scary Movie.
Fucking hell. It's insulting.
Yeah, it's not
The
great.
amount of incompetencies police officers in the United States and the United Kingdom and elsewhere are committing against members of the public. And their duty is to keep people safe, but instead they're running around like lunatics with firearms that they shouldn't fucking be given in the first place.
Exactly.
It's a very strong topic of mine, and this story made me very angry.
Well, April, what do the Democrats, what have they done to combat inequality?
The Democrats?
Yes, the Democrats, the American Democrats.
The Democrats are the ones currently in power, yes? Or is it the Republicans?
The Democrats are currently in power, I believe. Biden is a Democrat.
Okay, so what has the left done
Yes.
to help equality?
Combat equality. Specifically
Combat.
equality.
As in to stop equality?
No, combat inequality.
Combat inequality, okay. At this point, my answer is going to be fuck all, but I think they like to think they're doing things about it.
And maybe that's why there's a hip-hop task force.
You pardon?
The hip-hop task force.
Mackie D, saying that sentence again does not make it make sense.
It's the hip-hop task force.
Oh, can...
You see, this program will
Again.
use hip-hop music to start initiatives to address economic inequality, affordable housing, and more. Hip-hop task force.
I appreciate art as a means of getting a message across.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're investing a serious amount of money in this,
In
and
what?
not into artists who actually talk about plight from being on the opposite side of inequality and actually, suffering from it, then it's like farting into the wind, Mackie D. It's going to do fuck all, and their money should be spent better elsewhere. Like supporting artists that already exist that do
I would just
this
love
already.
it if like people are just rocking around with like giant boom boxes, just like get down, dun 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 dun. It's
Food
just
stamps
bananas.
are free now. Dun 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 dun.
Oh god. Now, have you ever heard of cornhole?
Yes, it's a game that I would love to play.
Would you say it's a sport?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, in America, you can now get a proper scholarship for playing cornhole.
There's scholarships for other sports, Mackie D, and they do a lot of people a lot of things. Some people go very far with their scholarships, and some people don't go very far at all.
Maybe Mike would have. Mike is the sports person. I'll show this
They
to
are,
Mike.
but-
He'll be like, cornhole.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, that there is college studies that you can do for bowling.
That's fair. I mean,
and
to be
people
fair, in
major in it,
Australia,
so-
in the university I went to in Australia, there was a course for script writing specifically for Doctor Who.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
So
just so specific. It was literally a course on script writing solely for Doctor Who.
I was young and dumb enough to nearly take up a course in Chris Nolan's Batman. That would have been a university course that I would have taken.
What? Just that one movie?
That one movie.
All right, well.
So yes, the education system's fun.
Now, speaking of one movie or many movies, It's a Wonderful World and Disney. Now, what do workers at Disney have not been able to do until now?
Point with their finger because they normally have to point with their whole hand. In some cultures, it's considered rude. I'm guessing they're not able to
Well, they're now able to do something.
lap customers back.
Okay. Well, the answer is Disneyland's Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy are joining a union. They're unionizing. It's time for everyone to let the workers unite. You said it, Mick.
Look.
The CEO needs to go yuck himself.
I'm very glad that they're able to have a unionized workforce.
Before Disney were very anti-union.
But
now
fuck
they
me,
now
that's
they have to now they have to.
I mean, I'm very glad that this type of stuff is becoming more common. I think everyone should have a union, and it's very important to be in a position to, allow your workers some kind of protection against you. At the end of the day, you're a corporation with thousands and thousands and thousands of employees and billions of pounds to fight these employees in court if something goes wrong. So having a union and at least banding together some of your experience and knowledge is a good idea. Well done, Disney.
Well done, the workers of Disney, not Disney
Yeah,
themselves.
well done, the workers of Disney, very much so.
Because Walt Disney, for a while, was like, nah, fuck unions. Now, April, what do scientists believe you should have a daily dose of to reverse Parkinson's and sclerosis?
I'm going to guess it's something like...
It's a consumable. It's something you can ingest it.
Vitamin D, some sort of oil or sugar, maybe wine, red meat, something along those lines. Something with omega-3, maybe?
Interesting. You're not thinking rich enough. Because the answer
fucking gold.
Is gold, yes. Daily dose of gold may reverse Parkinson's and multiple sclerosis symptoms.
Well, fuck me.
Yeah, so all you need to do is, you just need to have gold.
Oh, you need to be rich enough to bathe yourself in 2 baths of saffron a day and then cover yourself in gold leaf for 5 hours.
Well, don't worry though. Maybe you can't afford this, but scientists have also, in South Korea, have created this. Beef-infused super rice.
Never before would I think you would say with your mouth beef-infused super rice.
Yes.
But now that you have, I feel like the world has changed slightly, and I don't know if it's for the better.
But are you sure you don't want beef-infused super rice?
I don't... What?
It's hybrid rice laced with beef protein and fat cells. It has 8% more protein, 7% more fat than regular rice, and it doesn't taste like beef. It does carry, air quotes, a unique blend of aromas.
If it's stinky beef rice, then I'm not interested. I'd rather just eat the beef.
No. It didn't say it was stinky. It said it was unique.
That's science speak for stinky.
No. Look, it has more protein in it.
Yeah, have you ever had a protein poo? The world's stinkiest poos, Maggie D. It's got to go in stinky to come out stinky.
Oh, God. Now, we have to go to Florida.
Do we have
I
to?
know. We do. Because over
Can
in
we not?
Florida, Florida law blasted after permission slip sent to hear Black Author's book.
Okay, give me a second. Is this because it was an audio book that
No,
they've
it was
banned?
them. It was a black person reading their book. It was an elementary school, and they had to get a permission slip to see if their child was all right to listen to them read their book.
The world has gone to shit, and I would
Yes,
like to get off.
specifically Florida.
Hmm.
Now, what falls from an airport overhead compartment?
Luggage.
Luggage? No, maggots.
That should have been found out in customs.
Yes. Do you want to know what was there? Why
Rotten
there were
meat?
maggots? Straight up just a fish.
Yeah, rotten meat.
Yep, someone just left a fish there, and they opened up the compartment, and fuck tons fell out. Not great.
Customs doing the job properly.
This man has been swatted 47 times for making a joke about Norm Macdonald.
Is this old McDonald's granddad? Who is this?
I have no idea who he is. However, there was like a person who was he's been caught now for like he's a well-known person who gets people swatted, essentially, like, which, you know, is highly illegal. I don't know how he's not been caught until now, but like this was one of the people who he kept fucking with, and he did it to him 47 times.
I think after a certain amount of times, the people who are involved with swatting should understand that this call is being made incorrectly.
Yeah, the actual
And that-
SWAT forces, yeah, probably.
Yes. And that there should be a list of numbers that this person's called from that then should be on a list.
Yes.
And he should have been caught way before this. So, in other words, I don't believe that the person who's making all of these SWAT calls should be 100% to blame, only because the team who's swatting should be held responsible as well. The person who's doing the swatting, however, should be sent to a maximum jail term for
Yes.
that amount of wasted police time.
I mean, also they've like it's been known that like a person who's done like this stuff before, they've got people killed.
Very much so. It can be quite easily.
It's dreadful.
Guns are involved.
Exactly. But that's why the SWAT acronym is so on point. Do you know what
Severe
it is?
weather
No.
attributed to thunder.
Special weapons and tactics.
There we go.
They have all the special weapons and tactics. Now, this story is a doozy. If you were a father of a child, and then you find out later that your son is your uncle.
Are we talking? Can I make an educated guess and say that this story is from Alabama?
We'll soon see. Because a dad is devastated to learn that his son is actually his uncle.
As he would be. I think the only way that can work is if you are sleeping with someone that you're related with.
Well, you see, his girlfriend slept with his granddad.
Ew.
I know. He thought the baby was his. It was not. And yet, legally, his son is his uncle.
Bless his cotton socks, because that must be a very hard thing to come to terms with.
Yeah.
And it would completely change your family dynamic. And at the end of the day, that man's probably got a relationship with that boy that is going to be changed now because of this. I think that when it comes to maternity laws and things like that, it's very difficult to be a man in these circumstances because a lot of the time women are automatically given custody or awarded rights, when really it's a case of a lot of men actually do want to take care of and look after a
Yeah,
child,
the dude
but
the
aren't
dude
given
was
the
really
time of day.
devastated. I feel really sorry for him.
Yeah, it's not very nice to go through any family matters, let alone something as complicated and as horrible sounding as that.
Well, let's go on to meditation, shall we? Need something
I have
light-hearted.
practiced meditation myself, yes.
Interesting. Would you like to meditate in the snow?
That sounds like a
Is
really
Lee
nice
all right? Is he dying? What is happening?
It does sound like he's dying. Sweet pea, every time I go to ask if you're okay, you cough again. Are you alright, my love? I'm good.
And we
Doesn't
never
sound
heard
like
from
it,
Lee
but
again.
okay.
He's dead.
I'm still alive. Lee's response was after you said I'm dead was I'm still alive.
He's dead. No, he's dead. That's what a dead person would say.
It is exactly what a dead man. I think Lee's now a zombie.
Well, meditating in the snow. This person, snow-covered yogi meditating in the Himalayas, sparks online debate.
My thing is that this person is practicing something that is very good for the mental health. It is very good for body regulation and things like that. Being able to do it anywhere is a sign of good mental fortitude in a lot of ways. And I can fully understand why someone would want to put themselves in an adverse situation like this to help strengthen their ability to ignore outside factors when meditating. He's not harming anybody else, and he has clearly is still alive. He's pink. So the fact that it's causing a debate over what someone's doing with their own life is very fucking weird. People need to keep their opinions to themselves, I think, sometimes. Even though I'm giving my own opinion myself, think about what you're saying before you say it, is a thing that I'm trying to say right here.
The thing is, April, people believe it's AI.
Well, if it is AI, then good for AI.
Yeah.
So what's the issue here?
It's
if it's
not
AI
AI,
or not?
but people are saying it's AI, and they don't. There's an argument not about whether or not he's chill, quite literally, but whether or not it's AI and it's real.
Wow, this is going to be a more and more and more common argument.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to be something that I'm going to see on Weird News forevermore.
Oh yes.
I think.
Now, obviously, in the world of currency, what would you like
Crypto.
your coins to do?
Grow interest. I would like them to be compound money, please.
Compound? What about levitate?
Levitating coins.
Yes.
If they levitated out of the bank and into my pocket, then yes.
Well, you see, the Polish Mint creates the world's first levitating coin.
Cool. Any reason why? Is it just because it's cool?
No, it's just literally the Mint has made it.
Cool.
Yep. It's,
if you're a coin collector, that would be the fucking bee's knees of coins to collect, wouldn't it?
There's 510 units worldwide. The pre-order price is 1,000. Yeah, but it just hovers. It's a futuristic design based on a UFO, but it is a coin.
Oh, it's based on a UFO as well. Wow.
Yeah, it's
is the coin worth 1,000 krona?
No.
That's a shame.
The coin's denomination is $2.91.
Oh, okay. Big money.
Yes, well, technically the coin's denomination is 1,766 Cameroonian francs. The number reflects the founding date of the Polish Mint.
Cameroonian francs? I thought Polish was the krona.
Well, apparently this is how they're saying it.
Oh well, that's cool. Go Poland.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, there's just straight up, here's your flying coin.
It also makes me want to collect coins now. That's kind of sick.
Also, like, imagine going into a bank and being like, do you have change for my floaty coin? Do I have to, like, do you, like, what? Like, one floaty coin is worth 3 Beyblades. Oh, goodness. Well, over in South Korea, rapping grandmas.
I love a good rapping grandma.
Yep, the grannies are 70 to 80 years old, and they are taking the industry by storm.
Excellent.
Wearing baggy clothes and chains.
I'm all for people exploring and thriving in new and creative ways. I'm happy they found something cool.
Yeah, good for them. That's not the
I
only thing, though, that's happening in the world of seniors.
are we talking about boomers?
No, these are the grandmas, but what about the granddads? What have they been up to?
They're I hope they're like fangirls.
That would be great, no. But over in Italy, the granddads, they're robbing banks.
No, have you seen some of the Netflix documentaries of Cockney granddads robbing banks and things?
Yes, the one in London. That was
Yeah,
that was a major thing.
my granddad's a Cockney and has similar stories. So this is really fucking funny. But my granddad was young when he did this. Um,
I love that. It's
the
just
fact
like
that
I love that they're just like here. It's a great image. I know it's not them, but it's a great image. It's just like so.
it really is.
What are we gonna do when we reach the vault?
You're already supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Well, speaking of blown off, April, if you were going to get, you are going to do insurance fraud about your body, what would you do to your body?
I think I know exactly what storing you're talking about. Can
Uh-huh.
I preemptively talk about it before it goes ahead?
Go ahead.
So there was this woman who was complaining about a sore neck, back, crack, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
And she was claiming PIP, she was claiming disability from work, and so on and so forth. She said she couldn't bend over, she couldn't do normal tasks, she couldn't wash herself, she couldn't get dressed. But she was stupid and went and won a Christmas tree throwing competition, which there is proof of her winning in photographs and on a local news article, and that was used in court. Now she has to pay something like £680,000, or that's how much her claim is worth. Sorry, so it is most likely going to be dismissed, and I hope that she gets done for fraud because people like this are horrible and take away money from people who actually need it and
Exactly.
give disabled people a bad name.
But that's not the story.
Fuck, okay.
I said specifically, what would you have done to your body? Not lying about it, physically done to yourself for tax fraud.
I hope someone hasn't amputated a limb because they're fucking stupid if they have.
You're correct, they haven't amputated a limb, they've amputated two. Because man allegedly pays someone to cut off his legs for insurance fraud. He's a 60-year-old, and yes, he has lost both of his legs.
I'm guessing America?
Howell County Sheriff. Yes, I believe it's America.
Okay, so this is the state of American healthcare at the moment if someone's willing to do that to themselves. America, wake up and help your fucking people instead of fucking them over and causing them to amputate fucking limbs for money.
Not just one limb, too.
2 limbs, exactly. There's an issue with people who believe they are disabled, whether that be blind or missing limbs, amputated, and things like that. And they will often walk around with blindfolds or physically hinder that limb in some way because they feel like it's body dysmorphia in a lot of ways. And these people are seriously mentally unwell if that's a belief that they hold. I think it's like Munchausen something that it would be classed under. It's incredibly interesting to think that people can think like that, but to do it for money is a completely another level of there's so many routes that man could have went down before that was the answer.
Yeah. You know, sometimes maybe you just need a good makeover. You know? Little makeover. Make you feel better.
Maybe new pair of shorts.
Yeah, maybe head down to Mexico though for a makeover. Yeah. Yep.
That woman in the middle looks like one of those weird 90s, well, early 2000s YouTube videos that you would stumble upon at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, you see, this Mexican beauty salon is going viral for its horrible makeup.
Wait, that isn't a facelift. This is makeup.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the woman look in the middle looks like a waxwork.
Yes.
But I believe that everyone needs practice. But I believe that you should be at a certain level of uh, goodness or be well enough at your craft to open a
Hmm.
salon.
Ooh.
It's very
Well,
that's intense, man. That's
oh
like
yeah, it
fucking
is.
creepy as fuck.
Well, April, since you mentioned being good at your craft, what should an art teacher do to their students' art?
Probably give it back to them.
Yes, and probably grade it, you'd assume.
Yeah.
No, the answer is selling it on their website.
Huh. And is it that the children have agreed that the proceeds go to cancer
No.
charity, or is she
No,
selling it
no,
purely for
she's.
profit because she's a bitch?
Yes, yes.
Okay then.
Yeah, she's like, I made this art. Why does it say Sarah, age 5? Wow, I made it when I was real young.
How much money she made from it?
A decent amount. Some items priced between 30 to 120 US dollars.
What a bitch.
Yeah, look at this.
I bet you some of these kids go to school and their shoes are all messed up. They can't afford lunch. They're sitting there in a cold house with a mum who works fucking 5 jobs, and she's sitting there just quite happily. It's slave labor. That's what it is.
Yeah, it really is. Well, April, ghosts. We're not one to
I don't
ghosts
believe in
now.
them, but okay.
Well, if you had a ghost haunting in Thailand, who are you going to call?
Thailand Ghostbusters?
Thai students. Because Thai students advertise ghost-free home certifying service.
As in, they go into a house and certify that it's ghost free.
Yes, they go. This house, no ghosts. You're golden. Great, 10 out of 10. That'll be money, please.
So I would love to. I would love to be the student who gets possessed while on one of these journeys to someone's house and has to turn around and say, "I'm sorry, but you do actually have ghosts."
Yeah, there's ghosts here. Oh, well, can you deal with them? No, no, we only certify if there are ghosts.
There's
or
no
there
ghosts.
aren't ghosts. We don't know how to deal with ghosts.
Who do you think we are, exorcists?
Well, it's a good thing you mention exorcists, April, because that's kind of the next story. Because an Italian church has a 500-year-old crocodile hanging from the ceiling.
Impressive. It's mummified quite well.
Yep. Just a
I wonder if you could still take a DNA sample from that and compare it to newer crocodiles.
yeah. It's just he has a 500-year-old crocodile hanging from the ceiling. It's just weird.
Something I learned the other day. There's 6 churches around the world that believe that they own the piece of Jesus
The cross.
that no other place can own, and it's Jesus's foreskin.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Very much so.
Like honestly, like I'm pretty sure the amount of churches and places that they've claimed have a piece of the cross, it could build Noah's Ark. Big ass cross. He was a big lad, was Jesus.
Massive.
Woman fakes pregnancy 17 times to collect maternity benefits and skip work.
After the second baby, you would be thinking, she looks good for having 2 babies. After the third baby, you'd be thinking, wow, she's really having a big family. And then after that, you'd be questioning everything, especially when it got to the tens of babies.
Yeah, the double digits.
Because fuck me, like, the thing is though, with maternity pay, you get not a lot of maternity pay. You get about 3 months, I believe, of full pay, and then after that it drops down to 60%, then 50%, then 10% or something. And you have to rely on state help afterwards. If she doesn't want a job, claim benefits, and she will have more money. Because it sounds like she doesn't want to work.
Yeah, pretty much. She just doesn't. Just that simple.
Not unless it works anywhere else where she doesn't get maternity pay. And if in case she's doing that in America, you don't get fuck all maternity pay, I believe.
She's Italian. She's just
Wow.
milking it.
What
Now,
a bitch.
you shouldn't be on your phone when you're driving, correct?
Correct.
Well, this man has been fined $400 for scratching his head.
I mean, it does look like he's on a phone, so
That's the smart camera for you.
yeah, I mean, I can fully understand why it's saying you need to pay, and I don't really know how he can prove it. So I hope that his court case goes in his favor, but I think that $400 is a hefty fine
It
for
is.
a misinterpretation.
Now, the final thing to end weird news. What do you think of amusement parks?
I love them.
You love them. Great. Well, I watched a video by Meat Canyon, if you know his work on YouTube.
I do indeed. He's very fun.
And he covered one thing that was in the UK. Now, what if I told you that this was an amusement park ride?
Is it a fucking catapult? Because I want to go on it.
It is a
Oh my god, it's a
trebuchet.
human trebuchet. But I'm getting so excited I can't talk.
Yes, it
Fuck me, I want to
literally
use that so bad.
flung people from a trebuchet into a net.
Yes, I want it. I want it in my life.
You can't ride it anymore.
No, don't fucking health and safety me, Mackie D. I will sign all the
I mean,
fucking
someone
waivers to
died.
go on this thing. They signed a waiver, Mackie D.
Well,
they knew this could happen.
Would you like to ride this?
Euthanasia coaster.
Yes, he
I've
is.
seen this before.
Literally this person. He has literally designed this roller coaster to kill you.
Yeah, it's all about the G's, baby.
Yep. But I thought, well, these are relatively modern. I mean, not the trebuchet, but the modern idea, old technology. But what about the past? How did people get their rocks off in the past at amusement parks? So I thought we'd look at some terrifying ones to end it.
Centrifugal railway, looping roller coasters. Hold up. So, is it that wait? So how does this work? Is it that they go down the slide?
Yeah.
Is it like a loop-de-loop on a normal roller coaster, basically?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Just an 1846 loop-de-loop.
Fucking, I'd pay money to go on that. Take my pennies.
What about the 1894 steeplechase?
That looks cool.
1,000-foot track.
Wow,
demolished
that's
in
big.
1966 by Daddy Trump.
Hells yeah.
The original Ferris wheel.
That's impressive. And big.
It looks like you've just got a fucking gazebo. Like, have you
does.
seen it?
Yeah.
It is
That's
massive.
a lot of That's a lot of room. That's
That is
wide
a
as
lot
well.
of room. Ah yes, the 1895 Flip Flap Railway.
Fucking hell, these look amazingly cool.
They
Love
also
it.
look absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, this is why I like it so much. Something you might not know about me, but I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie.
And yeah, all of these you want to go on. You want to go back in
Yes.
time to ride only the dangerous roller coasters.
Fuck yeah, I would take my own seatbelt on these things.
Okay, what about the Flip Flap?
There's been 2 flip flaps, and I want to ride both. What's a flip flap?
It's not a roller coaster. It's a viewing platform that could hold 15 people, lift them 200 feet in the air, and just throw them
Wow.
around.
That's cool. Can you imagine the engineering that took place? I love these. So what happens is a bunch of women have to stay in the middle, and then the men use rodeo rope. What's it called again?
A lasso.
A lasso, to grab people in the middle while that platform spins, and if the lady can stay on and not get caught by the lasso, then she wins. And I've always wanted to be that lady. I've got a good center of gravity,
like, defend against the lassos, like
Yes.
fucking John Wick.
and I will kick all of the other ladies off the wheel of doom.
What about the tickler?
That looks like it would break your fucking neck.
Yes,
I've
like
been on some
it's
magic
just
mice in my
metal
time.
railings and a metal thing, just like here, just bang, 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 bang.
I love that. Remodeled, not as rough as last season. It doesn't look like a tickler. That looks more like a puncher.
Yeah, they remodeled it to call it the jet lag.
Wow.
Oh, the whiplash. Sorry,
1910.
1910.
Yes.
Human pool table.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah, challenging visitors to slide from one end of the room to the other without getting thrown around by the spinning
Oh,
floor.
that would be so fucking funny. Can you imagine doing that when you were drunk?
Oh my
I
god,
would piss
you
myself
wouldn't be
laughing.
able to get that now. These just
I would
wouldn't exist.
No, you would throw up all over it. I want. Oh, that's so cool.
Ferris wheel in the Ferris wheel.
Yes,
When one Ferris wheel is just not enough.
exactly.
Old school bumper cars.
Okay, so Mackie, I've got to tell you the story. There was me, Sarah Louise, Connor, and a bunch of other people, and we went to the fair, right? I got so competitive over bumper cars that I was crashing into people with young children on them, and I was like, "Ah!" I was going hell for leather on that thing, and I fucking loved it.
This is when you tell me I killed someone.
I was very close to. I'm very surprised that I'm close to getting my driving license because I don't want to see me with road rage.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I'm not an angry individual, so I don't really get road rage. But then again,
I
I
love
also
the
don't have a
fact
car.
though that these women are holding on to each other. If something bumped into me in that instance, I would go fucking head over heels over that thing
Yeah,
and
you're
land in the other
fucked.
cart in front of it. You
Yeah,
are.
also there's like people on the back of it. It's like, ah, great, get on.
That's amazing.
Old wood
This
roller
one looks
coaster.
cool. Yeah.
Literally just a derby. It's like a carousel but on steroids.
I love it.
25 miles an hour.
I tell you what's always been my dream to ride, but doesn't actually exist, is the merry-go-round for Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Ah, the
Cool.
auto race.
Yeah. I
Just,
love it.
he has a car. They're brand new. Drive. He has a car. They're brand new. It's on wood now and has hills.
I love it.
He has a Helter Skelter.
That one looks deadly as fuck.
Of course
Look
it is.
how
It's from
fast that one
1930.
Wow. Do you remember when they used to
Oh my
you used to go
God.
down those things and they used to give you those like coconut husk mats that would really fucking rub your legs off if you rubbed the dress?
Yeah.
It was horrible. It was itchy as fuck.
Oh yeah, they were horrendous. This thing looks. This thing does not
That
look
looks
safe.
terrifying.
This thing is not safe.
Wow.
Parachute
that
jump.
looks even more terrifying.
Parachute jump.
Wow.
Was strapped into a chair, lifted at cables, then dropped through the parachute. Through the parachute! And cables slowed the riders down.
15 seconds and it was akin to a free fall. These are all on my list to go back as a time traveler and do.
Yeah, well, what you do is we've got a parachute, yeah, and we just lift you up and throw you. Okay. Yeah, there's the parachute jump. That does not look. That does not. Fuck that.
I love it. Whoa!
That's a saw trap. That's
Have you
a saw
seen-
trap.
Have you ever been on one of these at the normal fair?
No.
They're horrendous. Going on it in 1949, I cannot imagine.
Yeah, that's
What
just
that would
saw,
feel
that's
like.
just a saw trap. This woman here, not ready for this.
No, not at all.
The stand-up swing.
Oh, I've seen these. They're cool.
Are they? I mean, I guess these children are fine, so I guess it doesn't go that high. But this woman's
Okay.
just going bananas.
Here's something for next weird news. You should look at like 1949 kids' playgrounds.
Oh yeah, I've seen them.
The health and safety's out the fucking window with those things. That's cool. I like the Big Dipper.
Yeah, just pretty old school. Wait, what? Oh, the rotator.
Is she karate? Oh, I thought he was karate chopping her and she was kicking her in the head.
Well, it's because the people are stuck to the wall. I thought like she was just matrixing it and kicking her in the snow.
It does look like, yeah.
Oh my god! No. No.
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
No. No.
Ooh,
What do
can you
mean, yes?
imagine?
No.
I want to do a full loop-de-loop in one of these things. That would
No.
be insane. Lucky that you've got
Please
no
calm
sense of
down.
adventure.
I love how dramatic it is. Like, please, you're going to die.
Just one more go around.
The
That
double
looks
Ferris wheel,
terrifying.
that does not look safe.
I wonder how fast it goes.
God. Just a monorail.
That's Space Mountain, though.
Yeah. Alpine. Oh. Okay. Cannonball Loop. That just looks like a roller coaster.
Yep.
Yep. Roller coaster. Drop.
Oh, I've seen this one.
I have seen that and I hate it. I hate it so much.
Are you not a fan of heights?
No.
Oh, Mackie D, you've got no sense of adventure. If we
No,
ever
I
did
don't.
D&D together in like real life and we were transported into a fantasy world, you'd be there with a health and safety manual, and I'd be the one climbing all the
The
trees.
thing is, I would be the medic, making sure that shit doesn't go too far. I'd be like, I know what stupid shit's gonna happen. I'm going to have to fix it.
And I'm gonna have fun doing this stupid shit.
Yes. Unfortunately, I can't help stupid.
This Steel Dragon one looks insane.
Yeah. Now we're just getting into normal roller coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, the Smiler's fun.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. It's literally just massive, high up in the air, and you're just riding around on like a little tuk-tuk thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That is it for Weird
It's
News.
cool.
Did you have fun? Did you
I had a lot of
learn
fun.
something?
I learned that I'm way more adventurous than you and that I want to go time travel back to the 1940s.
Yes, and my thing is I don't want to die. But yes, that is the end of Weird News.
Thank you very much for another lovely episode, Mackie D.
Indeed. So, thank you, April, for joining me, and thank you, everyone, for watching, and we shall catch you all later. Goodbye!
Bye!